need your help. Okay, what's going on?
We want to research Rachel's background, employment records, correspondence, anything the hospital might have on file.
Look, we're just hoping that we might find something that'll prove that she killed AJ.
These people are not to have access to any records whatsoever.
We're trying to find out the truth about who killed AJ.
What you're trying to do is pin AJ's murder on Rachel, even though the entire town knows that Courtney killed him.
Michael needs something from me, I know it. You think I'm crazy?
I think if Michael could come back to you, he would.
Michael! Hey, I got a great idea. It's a beautiful night. Let's take a boat ride.
No, thanks.
Are you sure? Huh? You can drive the whole time. Hey, look, I know that it's tough when your parents reject you. But you have to remember one thing. They may not want you, but I always will.
It's going to take inside information to convict Sonny. I'll need the money to pay for it.
Corinthos must be stopped. You'll be provided with whatever you need.
No one is too good to be caught. Not you, not Sonny. You had a good run, but you finally made that fatal error, the one that you can't
Then
cover
arrest
up.
them or leave. Stop playing games here.
Courtney didn't kill AJ. She was set up.
Really? Murder kind of runs in her family. Her brother probably gave her pointers.
Alan, I told you and the rest of the Quartermains after it happened, the last time I saw AJ, he was alive.
Look, you don't need to defend yourself, and you can believe whatever you want. We just found out that Rachel was living in the Bahamas 6 months prior to AJ's death.
So what?
So it proves that she was lying to me on the plane. She said that she was there for vacation.
That's your word against hers. Who do you think I'm going to believe?
AJ was your son. You'd think you want to know the truth about who killed him.
Now, what you want me to do is kind of turn my back so you can pin AJ's murder on Rachel. You get hold of the file, plant some phony information tying her to AJ.
We believe that the information is already there. All we're asking for is to review it.
Request denied. And stop harassing my staff.
They weren't. Look, if it'll make you feel any better, Alan, you can watch while we read Rachel's file.
What is going to make me feel better is watching you go to prison. Now, get out of the hospital before I call security.
What are you afraid of, Alan? Are you afraid that we're going to find out Rachel's guilty?
I am neither afraid of you or your psychotic brother. You killed my son, and now I'm going to make sure you pay for it.
You know, Courtney has nothing but respect for you and your entire family. The least you can do is treat her the same way.
You better be careful, Jax. If you don't get her acquitted, she may kill you, too.
Watch it, Alan, because there's only so much of this I'll take.
What's going on here?
The hurt feelings you have right now won't last forever. Little by little, you'll start to feel better. You'll start accepting the life you have now. And when that happens, we are going to have a terrific time.
Could you leave me alone for a while?
Okay. But only for 20 minutes, because that's all it takes for me to gas up the boat.
I don't want to go on the boat.
Michael, you're a great kid. You deserve to be happy. And you know what? I have never seen you happier than when you're out on that water behind the wheel of that boat. I'll see you soon, Captain.
wonderful bond with your son. You were very connected.
But you don't believe that I saw him.
I think you needed to see him, and that was enough.
Oh, I wish you were right, Lorenzo. I really do, because it would be a lot easier to believe that I was just having visions. It's more than that. Lorenzo, I know.
All right, describe it to me.
Look, it's not like I willed Michael to appear. He just showed up on his own. He needs something from me.
Maybe he wants you to go after the people that took him away from you.
No, it's not. Oh, it's not about revenge. It's positive. Oh God, I can't figure out what it is.
Michael loved his brother Morgan. Maybe it's as simple as him saying he wants you to protect him.
It's possible. God, Michael loved him so much. He took care of him, you know. Always saying, like, Mom, I think Morgan's hungry. Take his temperature. He's got a fever. They could have been the best of friends, but now Morgan's not even gonna remember him.
Michael knew how devoted to him you were. Maybe wherever he is, he wants you to know that it's okay to let him go.
I can't. I won't.
Carly, his life is over. He wouldn't want yours to end too. Come on, don't look young.
You know, Lorenzo, it's okay. You can go. You can go. I know you've got business you need to take care of.
Nothing's more important than making sure you're all right.
Thanks, Lorenzo, but I'm fine. I'm fine here by myself.
Call me if you need me.
You've been hanging around trying to show me how sorry you are over Michael's death. Your heart's breaking because of what happened to Michael. It hurts you deeply to see what I'm going through.
I'm not just a badge, Sonny. I do have feelings.
I know what your feelings are. You're waiting for Jason or me to say something so you can incriminate us, so you can use against us.
Look, I understand you're...
You don't understand.
I'm not your enemy,
You don't
Sonny.
understand what I'm going through. You don't know what it's like to lose a child. You don't know that. The pain that I go through every day when I get up in the morning. The emptiness I have to... I don't want your sympathy. I don't want your help. I don't want your understanding. You don't have enough to arrest us. Get out of here.
Excuse me.
That might have been a mistake.
Courtney's trying to pin AJ's murder on Rachel because she knows there isn't a jury in the world that's going to buy that victim story, especially after they find out what she did for a living, taking her clothes off.
Okay, you know what? That's enough.
Hey, Jax, I thought you wanted to know the truth. I mean, don't you even know who you're marrying?
I know that Courtney's incapable of murdering anyone.
Oh, please, she's as bad as her brother, maybe worse. At least Sonny admits that he's a gangster. She hides behind these charitable institutions where you're supposedly helping little children.
I am not hiding behind my foundation, Alan.
Once you found out you were Sonny's sister, you couldn't wait to get into bed with the mob. Unfortunately, my former son couldn't wait to get in there with you.
Courtney's married to Jason has nothing to do with this.
Jason probably taught her how to kill.
Stop it, Alan.
Tell me something, Courtney. Do you ever have any regrets about the moment when you shoved the letter opener in between
I
AJ's
did not
lips?
kill
Or was
AJ,
it just
Alan.
business as usual? Another day, another dead Courtney.
Alan, come with me, please.
I'm not going
Alan,
anywhere.
please. Sit down.
You have got
to calm down. You are completely out of control.
I'm not saying anything that I shouldn't. She deserves everything that she gets.
I have seen you like this, Alan. You are drinking, you're trying to hide it, and you're lashing out.
This has nothing to do with drinking. For God's sake, Monica, Michael and AJ are dead.
And the fact that you are grieving doesn't give you the right to attack people in public.
I can't look at her without seeing my son's body on a slab in the morgue.
Courtney did not kill AJ. Rachel did, and
How
she is
can you pretend that? Why? Because Courtney is tied to your precious Jason?
Okay. I want you to leave this hospital and go directly to an AA meeting.
I have a consultation in 20 minutes.
Oh, do you really want people to see you like this? Sorry about that. He's not handling his loss very well. But could you tell me specifically what it was that set him off?
We were trying to get access to Rachel's files. We were hoping we'd find something that would tie her to AJ's murder.
No, well, I think that's a very good idea, and I will take responsibility for it. Elizabeth, will you please give them any files we have on Rachel Adair?
I want an update on Rachel Adair.
There's been no change, John. She's still unconscious.
Mac, look, we need her to pull through. She was at the Sandoval shootings. She might have seen Jason Morgan.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but this still won't help us nail Sonny.
Oh, but it might.
Jason will never roll over on his boss.
You see,
Sonny's gonna walk away from this like he does everything else.
Mac, right there. That is exactly the problem with your department. Sonny's been telling you for so long he's untouchable, you've started to believe it.
I want to nail Sonny just as badly as you do. The only difference is I play by the rules.
Yeah, and you lose to him year after year until it starts to feel that that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, Sonny Corinthos belongs in prison, and I will not rest until he's there for good.
Reese might have proof that ties us both to the Sandoval killings. She told you? She let me know without saying it. She's bluffing. You know, she would have used it. Hey, you know what? That's what I said to her. But she knows that you're hurting over Michael, and it doesn't seem to me that she wants to make things worse for you. I'd love to believe that Reese is a good person, that, you know, she's seen what I'm going through with Michael, but I can't take that chance. So,
Hey, I got the plane ticket.
Where you going? Sam and I are going to the islands. To do what?
You know what, Sonny, it was my idea. I thought that Jason really needed a rest, you know?
A rest? What? You haven't slept?
No, he hasn't slept. He's been staring at this computer day and night. He won't get off of it. He's looking for clues about who's working with Faith and all that, and I just really thought that...
You know, William Peeves in jail. What else you got to check? What else you got to check? There's others, Sonny. I want to know who they are. I want to know.
Excuse me.
What?
Can we please not talk about this right now? I know it's going to end up in a fight. Jason really needs to rest. I think we should just...
All right. Look, I think she's right. I'm glad that you're there for him and that whole thing, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
I don't like keeping things from
I know.
Sonny.
I know. But look, in Sonny's eyes, we don't have any real proof. He's going to think that we are acting on false hope. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're going to go to the islands. We're going to get clues. We're going to find Michael. And hopefully we're going to bring him home.
Mom, I miss you. I really want to come home.
Michael, are you here? Come on, I just need to see you one more time.
I miss you, Mom. I want to come home.
Can't use any of this. It's just a bunch of glowing recommendations from Rachel's superiors.
Yeah, it's the same here. No connection to AJ.
What are we gonna do? This...
Just keep looking. You'll find something.
Oh, no.
Well, what is it?
Rachel volunteered at a children's hospital. The letters from the kids thanking her for helping them. I don't stand a chance, Jax. I mean, seriously, she looks brilliant and compassionate. No one in the world is going to take my word over hers.
Okay, the boat is fueled, the cooler is full. I'd say we're ready to rock.
Don't feel so good.
Really? Let me see here. Well, you don't have a temperature.
It's my stomach. I think I should stay here.
Okay, cool. We can go out tomorrow. There's something I want you to know. Life, it isn't fair. I know people who spend their whole lives being angry about that, and then there are those who learn how to deal with it and accept it.
How?
Well, I think the trick is to look at what you have instead of what you don't have. Sonny and your mom don't want you to live with them anymore, and that's sad. It's awful. But on the other hand, you have all of this. You have a speedboat outside that you can drive anytime you want.
I'd rather be with my parents.
Of course you would. Of course, Michael. But that's not happening. So what are you gonna do? You gonna sit here and feel sorry for yourself? Or you're gonna get out there on that water and have a good time? Listen, you can take these bad feelings, these sad feelings you have, and you can heave them overboard. And then you won't have to feel this way anymore.
I guess I could give it a try.
Good decision. Huh? All right, come on. We're gonna have some fun.
Sonny is a genius at public relations. He makes a big show of loving his children. He gives to all the local charities. He actually has this city convinced that he is a decent human being.
Look, I've known Sonny a long time. The generosity is real, and so are the crimes.
Well, then why haven't you brought him down?
You're the federal prosecutor, John. Why haven't you?
One reason. I've never actually been able to find someone who is willing to risk their life to go on record against Corinthos.
Yeah, that's because Sonny takes care of his people. Don't you understand? Even after they've stopped working for him, they won't give him up.
Everyone has a price, Mac. All you gotta do is find it.
What are you doing here?
I just came by to, see the construction, see how much they got done.
And to be close to Michael. It's okay to say it, Sonny. That's why I'm here myself.
Yeah. I came by to be close to my little boy.
I was hoping that I'd see Michael again. You know, that if I sat on the swings, he'd come and join me.
You didn't see him, Carter. It's your mind, wishing that he was there.
I don't agree. But I won't try and convince you.
People have been very sympathetic. But whatever they say to me doesn't sink in. It's just a bunch of words, because they cannot feel what I feel.
Sonny, it helps me to see Michael. It helps me. And Reese said I should cherish these moments because they would fade. She said it's what happened with her son.
What do you mean?
I thought you knew. Reese lost a child of her own.
Bourbon.
No ice. Another.
Reese was a lawyer. She was a single mother, and her son was taken from her in broad daylight.
She get a call, a note, a call, or
I
anything?
don't know. But they found her child dead. They never found the person who did it.
How old was the little boy?
I don't know.
Oh, that's probably when she joined the FBI, specializing in kidnapping. I can't believe it.
You know, it's probably like what we're trying to do here with this playground, you know? It's like you can't have what you want. You can't have your child back, so you do what it is that you can to compensate, and you go on.
I told her she didn't understand what I was going through. I'm gonna have to apologize to her.
No, Sonny, but she did know what you were going through, and so she understands. It was really good to hear her story, Sonny. I mean, it made me realize I'm not out of my mind. I'm not. But Reese stopped seeing her little boy. And I don't want that to happen with Michael. I'm not going to let it happen with Michael. He's not going to become some picture that I keep on a refrigerator or something. Something that I hardly look at. I want to remember Michael how he was.
He's gone. You have to accept that.
Why?
Why?
Why? Because people say we're supposed to?
Because you have no choice.
Yes, we do. I have a choice. You have a choice too, Sonny. I've been sitting here, and I've been trying to encourage Michael to come here, to come visit again, and maybe if he knew that you were here too, and you wanted him to come, he'd visit us.
I'm not gonna sit here talking to Michael, waiting for him to drop by and visit, because it's not gonna happen. Michael's dead. And nothing we can do will bring him back.
Wait, how are we supposed to see where we're going in the dark?
Okay, the boat has a satellite compass. You set it, and then it beeps when you get off course.
Cool.
Hey, this terrace, it's the Tropic Imperial Hotel, okay? This is one of the coolest places in the Bahamas. This is where all the big shot movie stars come when they want to get away from everything.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Isn't that what I just said? Come on.
Yeah, sure. Hey, can I go swimming?
Hey.
This is where Faith stayed before she kidnapped Michael. Now, hopefully someone or something here is going to tell us where Michael is now.
Jax, if you were on a jury, who would you believe? Rachel, a woman who has devoted her life to healing children, or me? An ex-stripper, the sister of a notorious criminal.
But that's not your fault.
Answer the question.
What you did in the past, it doesn't matter. People, they will see you, they'll look at you, they'll listen to you, and they'll know that you're not a murderer.
Yeah, and they will also see that I had motive to kill AJ.
Motive isn't the same as guilt.
Jax, I was married to Sonny's second in command, a man who is practically synonymous with killing.
Yes, and you left him because you wouldn't tolerate his lifestyle. Look, once we establish a connection between AJ and Rachel, then everything will just fall into place.
Okay, what if we don't? Then it is my word against a murder weapon with my fingerprints.
I don't think this is going to go to trial, okay? And if it does, the jury will see the woman that I see. Someone who ran into a burning building to save an old woman and her dog.
Jax.
What?
It was instinct. I didn't even know what I was doing.
And then when that woman gave you millions of dollars, what did you do with that money? You threw a big party for your friends? Covered yourself in diamonds? No, you started a charitable foundation for children. Now, Rachel, she may have degrees and recommendations, but your heart's bigger, and people will see that.
What if it's not enough?
And you've got me. And that's all that matters. Rachel's plan will fail. You won't go to prison. I simply won't allow it.
Give me a double bourbon.
But don't run out. Peanuts, Big Al?
No. Leave the bottle.
You got it, man. So you doing a little research on your next case there? I mean, we can watch it in the back if you want to take a look.
This tape is none of your business. Take another drink.
Yes, ma'am. So what's his name?
Who?
Dude who broke your heart.
Don't you have glasses to wash?
When folks come in here and start knocking back drinks, they've usually got a story to tell, and most of them feel better once they've told it. Suit yourself.
It's about my job.
Didn't get canned, did you?
These people I work with, these law enforcement professionals that absolutely have no morals, no conscience. They'll do whatever they want to get what they want, and they don't care who they hurt. And then on the other side of the law, there's people I actually respect. And here I am in the middle, and I don't know what the hell to do about it.
Yeah, I see your problem.
You know, don't worry about it. What?
Where are you?
Why the hell do you care?
I want to meet with you face to face.
What makes you think I want to listen?
How you doing on that Bible, Big Al?
Look, I said some things I shouldn't have, and I was wrong. I just want to know if I could just...
I heard what you said, Sonny, loud and clear.
I'm the enemy. You don't trust me. You never will. Fine. I get it. You don't need to tell me again.
Thanks for coming so quickly.
Yeah, well, you sounded like it was urgent.
Well, I think you might be able to help clear Courtney of AJ's murder.
How? Good question.
Well, we've been looking at AJ's murder inside out, trying to figure out what happened, and Courtney came up with a theory. Why don't you tell it to Sky?
I think AJ and Rachel were romantically involved.
Based on what?
Well, Rachel claims that she killed AJ simply because she met me on the plane and heard how I felt about him. I mean, even for a lunatic, that seems a little extreme.
Okay, good point.
Anyway, it got me thinking, you know, other reasons why Rachel might have wanted AJ dead. And it seems logical that the two of them had an affair and it ended badly. Maybe Rachel got hurt. She felt like it was like with Steven Weber all over again. She lost it, she snapped, she murdered AJ, planned to meet me on the plane and frame me for the murder.
Oh, that's quite a story.
Well, we need proof. Trying to establish a connection between AJ and Rachel. We know that Rachel was living in the Bahamas for 6 months prior to AJ's death, but we need more.
How can I help?
Well, you talked to AJ when he resurfaced. We want to know if he said anything about a relationship with Rachel.
I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to tell you what you want to hear. Because up until the day he died, AJ was still in love with Courtney.
All right, Jason, look, I think we should split up, okay? You should take the staff and I will take the guests.
Why?
Why? Because guys are more likely to talk to a woman if they think they have a chance of flirting with her, and women obviously confide in other women.
Okay, just go back to the flirting part for a second.
Jason, why do you think I brought all these bikinis? It certainly wasn't to go swimming on the beach, okay? Guys talk a lot when they want to get with a woman, and I just think... You don't think it's a good idea?
Not really.
Not really. It's gonna work, okay? Will you just trust me? It's all that matters right now. Somebody here knows something about Michael. Hey.
Don't you see my glass is empty?
Well, excuse me. And this is getting worked out tonight.
It's like this, man. Life is not a Western.
Tell me about it.
You remember those old-time movies, right? The Westerns where the bad guys wore the black hats and the good guys wore white.
Yeah, sure.
Well, life is a hell of a lot more complicated than that.
Tell me about it. Anything you say stays between us, by the way.
Okay, so let's see if you can answer a question. A bad guy gets his son kidnapped and killed, and he's out of his mind with grief. Is he still a bad guy?
It's a tough one.
So how about this one? A good guy is just a snake in the grass, and he is only out for himself. Is he still a good guy?
Tricky.
And then there's me, a federal agent who is stuck in the middle, and what the hell do I do? I mean, do I follow the rules? Do I slap a grieving father in jail? Or what do I give him a pass and wait until he's finished grieving his dead son and then put the guy in jail?
I'm flummoxed.
Yeah, well, so am I. My job is to bring the bad guys to justice. What kind of justice puts a loving, grieving father in jail?
I will not stand by and listen to you make excuses for that killer.
Last time I spoke with AJ, he told me he never stopped loving Courtney. In fact, the reason he faked your divorce was because he couldn't bring himself to let you go.
Why didn't you ever tell me this?
It was a private conversation between me and AJ. That's why when you flew to the Bahamas to confront him, I was afraid that he wouldn't give you a divorce, and that's why I thought you killed him.
Oh, great. So AJ's endless love makes me look even guiltier than ever.
Well, not necessarily. Once you learned more about what happened, Sky changed her mind about you killing AJ.
Absolutely.
Have you, mentioned this to the police?
No, and I won't.
You're hiding something from the police. You want to tell me what it is?
Really? You made all that money on one little stop?
What can I say? I've got good instincts. Why don't you come up to my penthouse and I'll show them to you?
Well, you know, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna finish my drink. So you must meet a lot of people here on vacation? I'm wondering if you ever ran into a friend of mine. Her name is Faith Roscoe.
Her name is Faith Roscoe.
I recall the name, but not the face. I believe she stayed here for several weeks.
Look, I need to know everyone. I need to know everyone who called Faith and their phone numbers if you can get them too.
I'm sorry.
Please,
I
need the names and descriptions of everyone who visited her. Just ask the room service waiters. They're probably most likely to remember. Please. This is so important to me.
Why?
I'm trying to find a little boy who was kidnapped. People working for Faith. Dave, the police think he's dead. I don't.
You still waiting to see Michael?
Yeah. I am.
I'm worried, Carly. I know these visions, they give you comfort, but...
Oh, what? Do you think it's all in my mind?
I think you're doing everything you can to hold on to your son.
Michael doesn't want me to let him go.
How can you be sure?
Look, I can't tell exactly, but it's like the way he looks at me. You know, the things he says. It's like he's...
What?
He's alive.
You talk about Sonny like he's a saint, a great man, a wonderful father.
Go away, Dr. Quartermain.
Not until I straighten you out about Corinthos. He's a killer. He's a cancer. He poisons everything that he touches.
Fine. I'll make sure I don't invite the two of you to the same dinner party.
What do you think, this is funny? You think it's funny that he's left a trail of corpses from one end of the city to the other? And who are his latest victims? My son and my grandson.
You cannot blame Sonny for Michael's death.
Sonny's enemies murdered Michael, this little boy that never did anything to anybody, this beautiful, innocent child. Oh, what the hell do you care? To you, he's just another dead little boy.
You don't know anything about me.
I know so much more than you think. You're not going to arrest Sonny because you're having too much fun in his bed. You're nothing but a whore with a badge.